Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Erdogan won again, and I think Sweden lost or proved that it lost its sovereignty and independence to the global war promoter. How did that happen? In the need of joining NATO, Sweden jumps through all the hoops set up by Erdogan, Turkey. I don't know if what Sweden did is legal or it broke any, human rights or anything like that. But definitely, in order to join NATO, because that's how the order goes, they're eager to appease Erdogan and Turkey. I have nothing against Turkey, I have nothing against Sweden, but I don't like countries that themselves at someone else's orders, and I think Sweden is one of those countries at this point. Congratulations to Erdogan and his diplomacy and being a very big, bold guy. Not bold, but you know what I mean. And Sweden shows that it's just a pussified country. I think it's been like this for some time already, and is going to screw its nation and its culture and country. Good job. Let's see what's going on here. This article comes from republic.com of 8th of April 2023. Sweden appeases Turkey to become a NATO member, agrees to extradite Turkish national. So they agreed that Sweden, up till now, up till NATO thing came into play, they thought that that guy should not be extradited. The Turkish national should not be extradited. So, if NATO issue would not have been around, Sweden would have probably upheld its conviction or its decision to not extradite this guy. But since NATO showed up and they have to appease Erdogan, they somehow changed their mind. What does it tell you? Well, if let's say I have a child here and the neighbor is a pedophile, okay? And I'm not going to let my child go to the pedophile's home for the pedophile's, dog's birthday, okay? But all of a sudden, the pedophile tells me that, hey, Emil, I let you drive my BMW on a weekend if you want. You let your child come to my dog's birthday? And yeah, go ahead. He's okay. I mean, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That I took a shit on my values, convictions, principles, everything. Why? To drive his BMW or whatever he has. That's exactly what happens here. Before NATO, Sweden determined that that person should not be extradited to Turkey. Why? Because they considered that that guy would not receive a fair trial under Erdogan. And now all of a sudden, you'll see, because I just read a little bit through the article, they will see, they say, well, we're going to send him over there and we're going to keep an eye that he's going to receive a fair trial. Why didn't you do this a year ago? All of a sudden, puff, oh, maybe we can do this. Now that's selling your soul. But anyway, there's been others. Remember Faust? Goethe's Faust, right? On April 6th, Sweden made the decision to extradite a Turkish citizen who is wanted by the Turkish government. Is Sweden appeasing Ankara for selfish reasons? And the winner is Recep Erdogan. Here he is. Beautiful. Move on. On April 6th, Sweden made the decision to extradite a Turkish citizen who is wanted by the Turkish government in a move seen by some as an attempt to gain Ankara's approval for Sweden's potential accession to the US-led military alliance NATO. This development occurred just one day after Finland officially became the 31st member of NATO, as per a report from the Cradle. In the aftermath of Russia's military intervention in Ukraine, both Sweden and Finland sought to join the NATO alliance out of concern that the conflict could potentially spread into Europe. Now, you know this is BS. All right? I think this is false because if they would have not joined NATO or tried to join NATO, applied to join NATO, Jesus Christ would have had his second coming and would bring peace on this planet. But now, since these guys applied, Jesus changed his mind. I think that's another scenario that would contradict this scenario. The conflict could potentially spread. Okay, Jesus Christ could potentially come and bring peace, but he changed his mind, I think. Jesus Christ. While Sweden has agreed to extradite a Turkish national allegedly associated with a Kurdish group that Turkey links to a failed coup in 2016, ordered by beep, we can't say it, the country has refused Ankara's request for the extradition of additional suspects. Is Sweden changing its tune for selfish reasons? Don't put Sweden with Sweden citizens. Put Sweden with weasels. Weasels are on payroll of bigger global interests. And they are selling their country, their nation, their culture, their history to these new bosses. For years, Turkey has accused Sweden of being a safe haven for Kurdish militants. And Sweden said, oh, screw you. But now, citing their history of granting entry to members of the Kurdistan Workers' Party PKK, which is designated a terrorist organization by the US and the UK and Turkey. Ankara has blamed the PKK for the November 2022 Istanbul bombing. The individual that Sweden has agreed to extradite to Turkey, Ömer Altun, was sentenced to 15 years by Turkey's judiciary last year. Curiously enough, Sweden deemed his conviction to be equivalent to fraud. Now, Sweden's Justice Ministry is claiming that the extradition of Ömer Altun was agreed upon on the condition that he would be granted a fair retrial. What do you think, my friends? So, what do you think? I have so much to say, but not now. The Swedish Supreme Court approved the extradition on March 30th, and the Justice Ministry claimed that the decision was made in accordance with legal procedure. In a statement, the Supreme Court said it agreed with the government's assessment and found no impediment to Altun's extradition to Turkey. All of a sudden. Why? Because of NATO membership. All right, Quran burning incident made Sweden's road to NATO membership more uphill. Turkey, again, are you a free country or you're not a free country? Are you a free society or not? Do you have freedom of speech and expression? Yes. So, well. Turkish President Erdogan had previously set stringent conditions for supporting the joint applications of Stockholm and Helsinki to join NATO, insisting that Sweden extradite dozens of individuals, many Kurds from whom Ankara accuses of their either terrorism, end quote, or involvement in a failed coup in 2016. Are they going to go and get after Obama? Are they going to ask for his, international something, warrant, arrest for Obama, 2016? Obama was the president, wasn't he? However, Sweden's bid to join NATO was further complicated by the display of an effigy of Erdogan by a group of Swedish nationalists in a public area and the burning of a Quran outside Ankara's embassy in Stockholm by a far-right politician. And what if they would have burned the Bible and, let's say, the face of Trump? Anything? Or the Pope? Anything? I bet there would not have been any freaking problem. Do I agree with that? You know what? I agree with free speech. Do you feel insulted? So am I. Alright? What am I gonna do? Go and attack you somehow? This is what we require, to cut our shit because some people, in their thing, they feel this is an insult or a blasphemy, which, blasphemy is, for instance, some people may think that other people's existence is a blasphemy. Do they go and conquer them and do something? I'm pretty sure some people might have that stupid idea. But anyway, we are our civilization. We, not we. They are doing for us. and we just go, okay, yeah, just let my beer flow. Let me watch stupid TV. Let me just keep having a job and consume, obediently. That's all I want, And they go for your kids to get castrated. They get for your freedom of the kids and all that. Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. I visited Sweden, and I didn't have time to get the polls, but as much as I stayed over there, I saw certain things that I was like, wait a minute, you guys are screwing yourselves. As long as I stayed over there, and it was not a long time, and my understanding was not, how should I put it, of a certain kind at that time. Now, I don't even have to go over there and just look what's going in Malmo and what's going in other cities. When some people get offended, all of a sudden the Swedish people starting destroying property, burning cars, and acting like Swedes, like they always did in the 50s, 40s, 30s. You remember when they got berserked and they started blowing their cities up? What's changed? Oh, you know exactly what changed. Diversity is our strength, remember? Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Good job, Erdogan. Good job. Sweden, bye-bye. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.